Hello, dear viewers. Today I am going to talk about the selection of research approach and how to decide which research approach is appropriate for our research, because often we as a researcher, as a scholar, confronted with the problem or the question that which research approach is more suitable for our study. That's why I decided to talk about this topic into so that this video may help you out. Creswell in his book has in research methodology book has also talked about the importance of selecting the research approach for the studies. Research approach is actually the research plan and the approaches and the procedure that one chooses for his or her research. So the selection of the research approach depends on three things according to the Creswell. The first one is worldview of the researcher, the second is research design, and the third one is research methods. First one, the worldview, is actually the general philosophical orientation of the researcher, of the scholar, about the world and the nature of the research that a researcher brings to a study. It means how he or she sees the world and what is his philosophical orientation towards the world, about the world. So there are basically four philosophical orientation or the worldview which has been discussed a lot in the literature. First one is post positivism, the second is constructivism, third one is transformative, and fourth is pragmatism. The first one, post positivism. Before post positivism there was a concept of positivism. According to positivists, they believe that truth or knowledge is objective and it should be studied by the scientific methods only, and it means the things which are studied through science are only authentic and should be relied on. So they believe that the data should be measured numerically and it should be studied statistically, it should be analyzed statistically. They also believe that researcher and the research person are independent of each other, while however the post positivists believe that theories, background, knowledge and values of the researcher can influence what is observed, what is studied. It means the researcher itself and himself or herself and the research study or the person or the object or any place he or she is studying cannot be independent of each other. It means the characteristics of the researcher can influence the study and also the study results. So they believe that human knowledge, post positivists believe that human knowledge can be challenged and can fail and is subject to change. Post positivist approach is mainly used in quantitative research, and the second approach, the second worldview which I am describing now, is mostly used in qualitative research. Social constructivist believe that reality is socially constructed, meaning that people make sense of the world around them based on their social interaction, social experiences. So the objective of the research in constructivism is to understand participants' views and their socially constructed realities of the world and anything which is around them on whatever is being studied. The third approach is known as transformative, which is also known as advocacy or participatory. So in this worldview, the researcher focuses on the needs of people who are powerless in the society, who are actually disadvantaged in the society. So the transformative advocate or participatory advocate believe that research should not just result in information at the end, but it should result in action to benefit the society at large. So the participants should not just be studied, they believe that, and but they should be the fellow researchers, they should be the part of the research, they should be the collaborators in the research, they should participate in making the study happen. So the transformative research provides a voice for the participants and they highlight the issues, they raise their voice, their consciousness, and to advocate and to advance the agenda for change, to improve their lives, their powerless people's lives, the disadvantaged people's lives, such as the researchers who are involved in women empowerment, human rights, and many social issues, many other social issues of the society which are prevailing in many different countries around the world. The fourth one is pragmatic worldview. Pragmatic worldview is not committed to any philosophy or way of thinking about the reality. Instead, they focus on the research question or problem and use whatever research method can help them to find the answer to that question. So they focus on rather on practical outcomes of the problem as compared to which research method should be used, or which philosophy should they use. So this is about the pragmatic worldview of the researcher. So this was the first element which we need to consider while selecting any research approach. So as I said that these four worldviews utilize any of the research approaches like quantitative, qualitative. Some may use post-positivist may use quantitative, and social constructivist mostly use qualitative approach, and pragmatics or transformative may mostly use qualitative or mixed method approach. So research design, the second element in deciding to choose about the research approach, is the type of inquiry within those research, within qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method approach, that provide specific direction for the procedures in a research design. So for example, in quantitative research, experiments and non-experimental such as survey are the research designs. However, in qualitative research, narrative research, phenomenology, grounded theory, ethnography, and case study, these are the few of the research design that are used in qualitative research. In mixed method approach, convergent, exploratory, sequential, explanatory, sequential are few of the research design. Maybe in the next session I will go into detail of all these research design in quantitative, qualitative, and mixed method approach. For this session I am not going into detail on this. So this was the second second thing which researchers need to take into account while deciding about the research approach. The third element is research method. So the third major element in choosing the framework in the specific research is the specific research methods that involve the form of data collection, data analysis, and interpretation of the results that researchers proposes for their studies. So what is research method? Research method is actually how you collected the data, how you analyze the data, and what was the interpretation of the results. So such as in quantitative research, instruments are used, scales are used to collect the data, and statistical analysis tools are used to analyze the data and interpret the results. In qualitative research, open-ended questions are used to take the interviews such as, and text of the interviews and images are processed to analyze to make sense of the data. So this was about the research method. Now now you understood that while you are choosing the research approach, which research approach is good for your research, you have to take into account all these three elements. The first one is worldview. What is your worldview, philosophical orientation about the world? Either you believe in numbers, or you are more into social interaction with the people, talking with them, taking an interviews from them, or you are a person who is having interest in quantitative and qualitative approach, both of them. So you have to have that one word view about your research. And the second one was research design, which can be in case of quantitative, the survey on experimental and non-experimental surveys, and in qualitative research that can be the interviews or the case study, ethnography, phenomenology, and many other things. However, in research method is about the data collection, data analysis, and interpretation of the results. In case of qualitative, you collect the data maybe through the interviews, and you analyze the text and image processing through any software or through manual processing, and you make sense of the interview results. And in quantitative, you analyze the data, you collect the data through different methods as in research design, and then you through instruments and scales, and then you analyze the data through different statistical tools such as SPSS, MOS, Stata, MPlus, and many other tools are available to analyze the data, and then you interpret the result to make sense of the results. Now, when given the possibility of quantitative, qualitative, or mixed method approach, what other factors can affect a choice of one approach over another for the design of a proposal? So, besides word view, research method, research design, there can be other factors as well, such as the research question, the research problem, and the personal experience of the researcher. And the third one is the audience or the readers for whom you are writing. So, with regard to the research question or the research problem, certain types of problems calls for a specific approach. For example, when there is a well established research, and for example researcher wants to examine the best predictors of certain outcomes. For example, say suppose I want to know, I have studied many predictors of well-being, or maybe for example I have studied many predictors of conflict with the supervisor, but I want to know which one is the best predictor and most suitable for my study. So in order to know that I have the well established research on conflict with the supervisor, I have well established research on different predictors who predictors of the conflict with the supervisor. So in this case, a quantitative approach would be best for my study. So it is also possible, it is also the best approach to test a theory or explanation. On the other hand, if a concept or phenomena needs to be explored and understood because little research has been conducted, has been done on it, or the topic is very novel, new, then it merits a qualitative research, then it calls for a qualitative research. A mixed method design is useful when the quantitative or qualitative approach each by itself is inadequate to best understand a research problem, and the strength of both quantitative and qualitative research and its data can provide the best understanding of the study of the variables or of the concept that you are going to study. The third one is the second is researchers' personal experience. So researchers' own personal training and experience can also influence their choice of approach. An individual may be trained in technical, scientific writing, statistical tools would most likely choose the quantitative design as compared to qualitative design. On the other hand, individuals who enjoy writing in a literary way or conducting personal interviews or making up close observations may gravitate towards the qualitative research approach. And when you have enough time and you have interest in both of the approaches, you can go for the mixed method as well. The third and last element is the audience or the readers for whom you are writing. So finally, researchers write for the audience that will accept or apply your research. These audience may be the journal editors and readers, faculty members, conference attendees, practitioners, managers, or the colleagues in the field. So based on all these factors, you have to decide which research approach is best suitable for your study. I hope this is helpful to you, and I will try to talk about all these things in detail in the next session. Thank you very much.